Hail and well met friends, and Dang here for another episode of the epic story. When we last left off, we had been kicked out of Rohan and Edoras by the treasonous Grima. And now we are going to hopefully catch up with Glywine and Horn and everyone else, and maybe someday make our way across this bridge.
This is terrible. It is as I feared.
When I sung the song that resulted in my banishment to Stangard, the king is truly under the power of a malevolent force. Grima Wormtongue, not Theoden king, rules in Rohan, and now Eomer is captive in Edoras.
I do not know what we can do.
I do not know what we can do, Staftang. Eomer is imprisoned. We cannot cross the Entwash. The people of the Sutcrofts are in grave danger from the fervor of the Reeve, and I thought Nona would have returned by now. Horn looks downcast. Alright, apparently we can't scroll. There we go. I am fortunate the king did not comment on my return from Stangard, or I would be in the dungeon alongside Eomer, or worse. We have failed in everything, Staftang. I swore to stand by you once I was cast from Stangard. But everything I have tried to do has ended in failure or disappointment. I am sorry. Alright.
By order of Theoden king, you three are to stay on this side of the Entwash.
By order of Theoden king, you three are to stay on this side of the Entwash. If this command of king changes, I will be informed by Raven. I do not doubt. But until then, you stay there, and I will stay here. Okay.
Why is Horn so upset? Have we not done what we set out to do?
We tracked our mutual friends across the Eastment, and only gave up the chase when we were assured of their safety. We did much good in Rohan. That is more than can be said for some of the Aldors and Thanes and Reeves we have encountered. We will see what the future brings, will we not? Cordain smiles at you, almost as if he's as optimistic as Bingo Boffin. Think of Rodriff, Staftang, Baldbark, the Ent. Finding one of the tree herders still alive in Fangorn was not even a glimmer of hope, in my mind, when you, Horn, and Nona and I began our journey down the Anduin. But that was such a happy discovery, and the more because of it was unexpected. Perhaps Nona will come back to us when she has divined her inmost mind. Theoden must come to his senses and release Eomer. We may find our paths crossing once again, with that of Gandalf, or with that of Aragorn, son of Arathorn. Tomorrow will be less bleak. We will face it together, will we not? Give Horn these words, and tell him that if Cordain the elf can see hope for the future, surely Horn the man of Rohan can find some small measure of light on which to rest his thoughts. He's right here, you can tell him yourself.
What would Corridon be saying today if we had not run into that Ent?
Oh, that's awesome. You relay Cordain's words to Horn, and his gloomy expression gradually softens. And he already said that. He laughs. You are both right, my friend. Tomorrow will be brighter. There is no sense in mulling on the past, or in worrying for the future. We'll take one day after another, as the sun rises and then sets, and await the dawn with hope. We must do what we can for the people of East Rohan. We must help them prepare their defenses. We must help them fight what battles we can. We must help them rebuild if the battles go ill. Who stands between the people of Rohan and their enemies? Horn grips the hilt on his sword with the resolve and sets his shoulders. We must not fail them. We will not fail them. Our work here is just beginning, Stafteng. If on the morrow we need to cross the Intwade for the good of Rohan, and at the risk of our own lives, we will. But maybe we should be saying this a little bit farther than the door guard here. But today we will do what we can for the people on this side of the line. Many fortunes smile on Cordain. May fortune smile on Cordain, and you, and on me, and on Nona, wherever she may be. Good fortune, and victory! Alright, we are getting ready to start the Wildermore storyline and once again attacking red level enemies. But I think these actually might be orange. Anyway, here we go. We will put the exile from Edoras to good use, Stafteng. If we strive to improve the lot of the needful folk on this side of the Entwash, then at least some good will come from Theoden King's command, that we not return to the Golden Hall. Horn sighs heavily. I must confess that I find a positive light in which to cast Eomer's imprisonment by his uncle. I cannot find. Or the sending away of my mentor, Glirwine. We must find hope where we may, I suppose. We should ride against the mounted minions of Saruman in the Sutkovs. Let us bring peace to the people of East Rohan. For that be where the king commands us to stay. Alright. Oh, we could have talked to the elf.
We must do some good for the people of Rohan.
What could we have done otherwise? Maybe... wonder if there was a different quest. Man. Alright, well, let's go find some mounted foes in the Sutcrops, which I believe is this whole area. So, alright, just defeat Saruman's mounted minions. That's easy enough. Hopefully. That's not a mounted minion. Alright, apparently it's not so easy. Alright. There we go. Alright, and actually we got some points to level up here, so we should probably do that. Okay, let's see here. Agility. Strength. Increase the strength of war seal on the rival mounted. Increase in mounted strength will contribute to the combat effectiveness and regeneration of its vitals. Let's put at least... how many points do we have? 1 point. Alright, Warsteed power. Warsteed endurance. Armor. Physical mastery. Finesse. Let's point 1 point into finesse just to say we did. Okay. And there is a mounted foe that we shall now fight. There we go. 1 out of 5. So much faster. Is that mounted? I think it is. Alright, come on, buddy. Yeah, this is going so much faster than the red level ones. Alright, this is actually kind of fun if you do it on level. Okay, let's fight this guy too. Why not? I mean, we need to be mounted more so that we can actually get mounted XP. Not doing all the side quests, it's like huge lack of mounted combat XP, which is hurting us greatly. Alright, so let's move away from those guys and charge forward to here. Come on, buddy, bring it. Okay. Let's see, there's another mounted enemy. So glad we got to level 80 before this. Otherwise, this would be miserable. Hey, there we go. 4 out of 5. A jingling sound alerts you to a broken harp, which you pick up. Collected the battered harp. And we're not talking about Glewine. Okay. Although it is probably Glewine's harp. Glewine! Alright. Let's see here. Lots of level 19s. Good, good, good. Right, that window resized itself. That is annoying. Annoying. Alright, let's fight this guy. He's chasing us, might as well. And we can use the XP, I suppose. There we go. Alright, let's talk Horn. What quests does this guy have, anyway? What if I pass anyway? You and your companions seem to possess strength of will. It is true, and perhaps you could overpower me if the mood took you. But you would make an enemy of Theoden King, and of his people. You would not long survive in Rohan. You should keep that in mind, and let it master any hasty impulse. Yeah, he will not, blah 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 blah. Okay, what's the elf saying?
You found this harp in battle?
It looks to my eye that the harp lost that battle, Staftang. Oh,
what
my.
did you find? A harp, you say?
That seems an odd choice of weapon for use by Saruman's minions. Horn's jovial expression disappears when you hand him the battered remains of the harp. I know this instrument, Staftang. How often did I listen to its beautiful music, played first to instruct, and only later to entertain. This is the harp of my master, Glewine. Did he run afoul of Saruman's minions? I think so, buddy. Alright, physical and tactical mastery. Physical and tactical mastery in combat. War steed, endurance regen. 5 range skills. Strength. Extra strength, endurance, and that, I think we'll go for this one.
My master's harp was trampled by heavy feet. Did he meet his end?
See how the wooden frame has been splintered? My master's harp was trampled by heavy feet, and the strings cut. It could be repaired, given enough time and right materials. Might the same be true of my master, Glewine? My master? Glewine is not a young man, and he never was much of a warrior. With his dismissal fresh in his mind, did he stumble upon the thrall of Saruman's and meet his end? Horn sadly studies the broken harp. I cannot think this way, Staftang. He could still escape that fate, and make his way to a settlement. Snowbourne is not far from here to the southeast. We should go there and ask for sign of my master. Alright, wants us to go and search for Glewine to the south, but that will not be till next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of The Epic Story. When we return, we will go and hunt for Glewine, but till then, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of The Epic Story. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below, and if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.